Welcome to the Defense and Aerospace Report. I'm Vago Muradian here at the Navy League's annual Sea-Air-Space Conference and Trade Show in National Harbor, Maryland, just outside Washington, D.C. And we've got with us two folks who are integral to the Navy's small business enterprise. Emily Harman, who's the director of the small business office at the Department of the Navy. And we've also got Bob Smith, who is the director of the Small Business Innovation Research arm of program. And I wanted to talk to you both. You guys just had a panel discussion. And what was the message that you're trying to deliver the small business community? Because if you look at all of even the biggest contractors, they're depending on small businesses for their machine tools. We just talked to Rodney Nathan, who's with American Machines, who supports, sells the machines to the shipyards in order to, keep ships, build ships and repair them. What are some of the messages you guys are delivering the community?
Some of the messages that we're delivering is that small business is really big business. Small businesses drive the economy, and small businesses really do contribute to the products and services that the Department of Navy, the Navy and Marine Corps need in order to perform their mission. So we're talking to small businesses about how to do business with us, about how to find opportunities, and letting them know that the Department of Navy and Marine Corps know that we need small businesses in order to achieve our mission.
And what's the message from you, Bob?
Message for us is achieving agility, speed, and innovation. Small business is part of the answer. Our primes who produce our carriers and our aircraft and our tanks, they know how to build large things, but they don't have all the answers. And out there is a small business is going, I think I've got, or I'm pretty sure I have, or let me tell you about what I'm working on. And they're the ones bringing innovative solutions to our challenges. Because every day we find another challenge the Navy needs to address. And many times we find that little guy who's got that answer, and she brings it forward, and it solves our problem.
What's the advice you guys have for companies that want to get into the space and start doing business with the Navy?
We give them advice to know their customer and to figure out who buys what they sell or could use the products or services that they're selling or their innovative solutions. The Department of Navy has 10 different buying commands. So the first thing they need to do is understand how we buy, and then try to figure out who might need the products or services that they sell. And we have small business professionals, and Bob has professionals in his organization that can help them navigate that minefield and figure it out, because it's not easy.
So I'm in the research side of the house, so there are those scientists and engineers that have thought of the great ideas. I like to think of them as being tomorrow's second, third tier suppliers. Or if you want to go further, if you'd gone back years ago, the Wright brothers were the first SBIR company in America. And many times I've got two women in a garage with an idea, and that's going to flourish into a solution either for the Navy, and sometimes a solution for the Navy that also turns into a solution for the nation.
But that also depends a little bit on funding. So I want to ask about funding. I mean, you guys obviously don't control the budget. You don't control the funding uncertainty part of it. But what is the advice you guys have, and how are your officers working with a lot of the smaller companies out there that really are hit by this fiscal uncertainty sometimes? Again, talking to Mr. Nathan, he was talking about how the fiscal uncertainty is affecting his business. He's maybe bigger than some others, but he still rates as a small business. Talk to us a little bit about some of the things you guys are doing.
It's definitely a challenging time for small businesses. Some of the things that we can do is refer them to the Small Business Administration, talk to them about the resources that the SBA has for getting loans or getting financing. And we also are responsible for educating our Navy and Marine Corps customers, letting them know how the timing of their RFPs and the timing of their procurements and impacts small businesses, and the importance of communicating with small businesses and understanding those challenges and how we can help facilitate and mitigate the risks that the small businesses have in doing business with us.
Absolutely. It comes back to communicating and understanding all of our challenges. The sooner they can get to me, the sooner we can assist them. There are some things not in our control, but many things we can at least explain to them, be careful, slow down, or call me yesterday and we can work on it. I can always walk in and say, we need to get this contract out quicker because it depends on this company keeping its doors open. They don't have that cash flow to keep things running like other folks. And the contract and the leadership and the command are all forward-leaning, understanding that's who we need to take care of. Okay, and so we do when we can. but a lot of it is understanding that, in my case, SBIR should not ever be your only business. It should be part of your business plan.
And do you have any money on your own, and how do you tie into the broader DoD innovation enterprise, which has got a makeover over the last couple of years? You've got Dr. Will Roper, who's the Strategic Capabilities Office, and it appears he's going to be staying and doing that job at least for a little while longer. How do you guys fit into it? How much money do you have that if you spot a very innovative idea, you can give them that little bit of an injection as you bring the idea up to the fore, up to higher levels?
I like people to understand is I don't have the checkbook. I run the process that makes that selection. Of course, we're going to follow all the regulations, but I also know who to call to say, you really need to consider this. This is probably part of your solution. We can make it happen. The Navy's Small Business Innovation Research Program is about a $350 million a year program, broken into starting with $150,000 phase 1 contracts up to $1.5 million for a phase 2 contract. So a small amount of monies to take big bets for great solutions for the Navy. So that's how we progress them along.
And I want to ask you how your office ties into the broader DoD enterprise, because obviously small businesses are very important for the department as a whole, and how you work with your sister services to sort of, whether it's on policies, ideas, hey, this guy's good for me, could be good for you. How do you guys coordinate all of that?
I have biweekly meetings with the Director of the Army, the Air Force, and the Department of Defense Office of Small Business Programs. In fact, we're having an offsite this Friday. So we do get together quite frequently and share best practices and ideas and talk about how we can do better at being, with our responsibilities in helping small businesses. One of the programs, we don't have any money in my office, but one of the programs that we do manage is the Mentor Protege program. And that's where a large business mentors a small business and helps them along, maybe helps them improve their processes, helps them get CMMI certification or ISO certification. So helps improve that small business's capability to, in the long run, be a better partner for that large business and a better partner for the entire Department of Defense.
Bob, Emily, thanks very much and best of luck. And we won't popularize where your offsite location is so every small business doesn't end up sitting in front of your guys' place. Thanks very much.
So that's okay.